Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Tangledeep. We have a lot of equipment that could use improvement and a lot of things with which to improve our equipment. So let's get on that. She's telling us she has new stuff. What's up? Bandages are okay and cheap. Yeah, I might remember to use those. That's possible. Who says it's not? Alright, let's go put some stuff on our things, shall we? The problem with our things is all the stuff they don't have on them. Oh, except I just remembered, it costs job points to use lucid orbs on your equipment, doesn't it? Alright, how many? What are we talking about? What is going on with my... Oh no! My numpad is no longer allowing me to move diagonally. Hold on a second, we'll fix it in a minute. Or maybe not, I don't know. I'll consider fixing it in a minute. It's like, if I wanted to say, get the full Floriconda thing... I do think we're going to do this. Okay, we almost have enough to guarantee that that would work. Oh, all of a sudden my diagonals are working again. Weird. Okay. Well, in that case, we probably just have to go back into the dungeon, right? Although I could generate job points just adding Orbs of Reverie. So hold on. Let's go look at... Is there anything else we want to pull out? Emergency is a pretty good property. Spirit Linked isn't particularly relevant since we don't have a thing we can block with. I do like Prismatic. That seems good. You know, now that we're on light armor... Well, we're not dealing very much poison damage, and this thing is giving us 10% spirit power. Never mind. I'm going to stick with my heavy runic garb. So we could just do a couple Orbs of Reverie and earn some job points by fighting monsters in the item dreams. Although, honestly, the odds that we're going to successfully... the odds that we're going to fight monsters that are high enough level for me to care about that are pretty low. So we can just put some levels on our shard collar here. Looks like these floors will actually be difficult enough that we should get stuff from them. So yeah, we just do. I do wanna add this to something too. Lucid orbs are okay. Lucid orbs are just gold. Oof, that's expensive. And it will definitely apply this even to the legendary. It can be a Yami's Shard Collar of Companions, because this is a great suffix. What is stealth? Monsters are less likely to notice you. Yeah, let's go for companions here. Let's try this. So we're going to be using our other staff while we're in here, which means we don't have our offhand. That's fine with me. Hero cannot use abilities while next to this thing. Let's just get rid of that. Well, all these enemies are worthless. That guy's... Bradley the Snake over here is only below average. There we got some job points for that. I don't know, let's explore a little bit. Deadly Void's not very damaging. We can maybe find another champion or two who would cough up some decent job points. Anything that rates as worthless is not going to give us any meaningful payout for fighting it. Oh, that guy's trivial. Okay, that was worth the whole 3. You know, we should probably just move on. We're not going to find a lot more useful enemies. Okay, this is my Floriconda, this is the bad one. I wish my Floriconda looked different than the others. You know, maybe like he had a cool haircut. Like a mohawk. That'd be good, right? Oh, that guy's worthless. I don't know what I'm doing. At this point, I'm just killing for sport. Oh, here we go. Average. We'll get a decent payout from this guy. Boy, he is all over me. I'm gonna Spirit Walk. You leave me alone. So even though he can't see me, he's still the thing that lets him teleport adjacent to me apparently is not vision-based. Okay, 42 job points, not bad. I don't know what it means to have charmed a crystal. But we did it, briefly. Because we're incredible. Alright, these monsters are easy. And they're generating some job points for us without me actually having to do almost anything, so I think we can explore pretty thoroughly here. My pets are really doing all the work. Just kind of, you know, it's sort of the whole thing that I was going for. Man, did you just see Rockbot heal himself for like 360? I did not realize his heal could crit. Okay, let's throw a little on here. We're fighting a couple of enemies that are actually doing some damage now. Let's turn off the aura spell shape. Just do a little shadow evocation. Okay, that was productive. And I completely failed to click on the staircase. Probably resummon my Floriconda. Well, I guess I didn't need to attack. Wow, I'm actually kind of taking a lot of damage here. I'm gonna Spirit Walk out. Grab this and just back off a little bit. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should drop Creeping Death. Then we'll back up a little bit. Get him, Creeping Death. I mean, look at how big it gets. And pretty quickly, too. So this is a high monster density area, but it's also one of those things where, like, there's a bunch of monsters that are already friendly to me. Alright, well, there's our thing. Just gonna wait for these to go away naturally. Man, really? Really? My Floriconda? I don't know, there's probably not a lot worth hanging around here for. Let's resummon, and then, before we leave, restart all of our stuff, and drink all of the dream things that matter. So yeah, no reason to leave with anything less than full energy. Unfortunately, not a lot of dream health stuff. How long does a barrier potion last? 11 turns. Okay. So that's not going to be meaningful for us. Okay, so yes, it did in fact pick up the Corral pet damage and defense. Where'd my offhand go? Oh, there it is. Hey, come on, you know what I'm trying to do here. Switch to, put this in my offhand slot. Oh, you know what? You can pair things. How does this work? Pair with weapon. Okay, So now I'm pretty sure if we switch to this, it'll unequip it. And we switch to this... Yeah, it re-equips it. Okay, good. We now have 495 job points. That actually, we made quite a bit more there than I was expecting. Let's do it again. I think I'm just committing to using the Shard Caller. Let's level up our Dungeon Digest, I guess. Encounter more monsters of type Jelly, more and stronger champions, and like pretty much all elemental damage and resistance types up. Alright. Should be easy enough. It'll give us five more spirit power. Hold on. Is this the offhand we want to commit to? 10% spirit power, 12% elemental damage. Because we have... Right, like the arcane tome and the spellbook and stuff like these have a bunch of spirit power and energy cost reduction on them by default. So maybe we'd be better off with something like this. Maybe even like strip the chemist name off of this arcane tome and just try to level some other stuff up on it. Because it has a base 20% extra spirit power. Yeah, the Keen Eyes perk is actually really nice, though. Yeah, we'll just commit to the Dungeon Digest. I do like it a lot. So let's do that. Let's go into our Dungeon Digest. We shall put our Summon Floriconda buff on it, because we have enough job points now to guarantee that. Turns out to be more expensive than I thought it was going to be. But hey, what do we need job points for? It's not like we don't know anything about our current career. I just want to level up our stuff. I want our gear to be good. So we are rocking without our Dungeon Digest for the moment. But the first couple of floors should be very easy, like to the point where it's probably not worth fighting anything here. Yeah, even the champions are worthless here. I guess. You know, if they're going to drop chicken dinners, that's not so bad. Oh, Gold Frog. Get him, guys. Oh, I charmed the Gold Frog. So my pets are doing their best to chase him down. He's just very fast. Shoot, where'd he go? Take that crystal that was totally beneficial to me. I just didn't like the way it was looking at me. All those, you know, facets. It's disgusting. Would you... Must you steal my hood? Alright, we should be able to just, like, blaze through this pretty quickly. Yep, again, worthless champions. Oh, you're not worthless, you're easy. Wow. We really hit this thing for a large percentage of its max HP. Okay. Well, that was fast. Apparently every enemy in here is just carrying around whole chickens. Like the Starship Titanic all over again. Alright, do we get any dream stuff that is worth drinking this time? I do wish that it would just put new items, like, mark them new, but sort them into the thing. Okay, we did not. Let's just get out of here. Ah, it wasn't plus 5% spirit power, it's plus 5 spirit power. It's still fine. Alright, let's go into this thing. We do not have... How many job points does it look like that's going to take? Close to 500 again. Alright, well... Let's just Orb of Reverie this thing. Yeah, we don't even have bear traps. I do think stealth is probably worth getting, but yeah, we can just get a new modifier here. We're getting to the part of the game where it makes sense for our stuff to be leveled up. We're approaching peak power. I guess we're only level 11. We still have some gains to go, I guess. Maybe we are not approaching peak power quite as quickly as I was thinking. Could you please stop doing that? Hey, I was going to use that. Minter Brew is like... Minter Brew is the thing I actually do want to use before leaving. I want that, shouted the Panthox upon seeing those boards on the ground. What's he even going to use them for? I mean, I guess the item dream's a weird place. Man, even the Floriconda gets to feel tough here. That is an electrified, worthless jelly. Alright, well that's enough for me to actually want to use a healing item. Okay. Maybe that wasn't necessary. And what's with all the summoners? Also, I'm bummed out that killing the source of the whirlwind doesn't end the whirlwind. Okay, that's a blue quality Shining Dazzle Leaf Seed. I'm pretty sure all of our trees are at least blue quality now. We haven't messed with our trees too much recently. May as well gain a little bit of health before we leave. Okay, do I want to... And we can just keep dumping gold into our stuff, right? I guess what I should probably do is dump some gold into my armor. We should see what kind of traits we can get procced on this thing. We just need to leave room on one piece of gear for Summon Soulshade. Oh. Did I click the wrong button? Probably I just clicked the wrong button. That sounds like me. Yeah, I probably clicked this instead. Alright. Oh, I need to leave room for that prismatic orb that we have in the bank as well. Okay. New Dungeon Digest has to be paired again. And to be honest with you, this does not feel like we're doing anything of great import. But it is really important to get traits onto our gear, at least. So wait, actually, did our Dungeon Digest gain... It gained plus 5% magic item chance. That's fine. So we still have our normal Floriconda. Let's replace it with a Bull Floriconda. Nope, absolutely no difference in art. I'm disappointed. A turtling summoner. Yeah, that sounds familiar. It sounds like a great strategy to me. I absolutely get where that frog was coming from, and I'm sad to have to defeat such a kindred spirit. Boy, I should pay more attention when we're going into these. I do not remember how many floors there were. Ah, but we're seeing... Okay, we're seeing enemies that are real levels here. And also a gold frog. He's very fast. We have a lot of friendly monsters with us on this level. I kind of don't have to pay attention to what's happening at all. Alright, good work, everybody. Yeah, the enemies jump in, and before I even know what's happening, they're pretty much already dead. I kind of wish you could chop down the trees. So I'm trying to take a little bit easier on my flask. We've been going through a lot of flask charges very quickly here. Although I guess for optimal value, a flask below 25 is... Yeah, it's not such a big deal. Oh, Stupid charming ribbon. Can you use a shovel on... Hold on. We have this dream shovel. We may as well use it. Was that not a dream shovel? Did I pick up a real shovel? Well, whatever. We have a ton of those too. No, okay. I was curious if you could use them on everything that blocks pathing, or if it's just for walls. It looks like it might be just for walls. Well, here's something. Is this our Memory King? It is. Alright, get him, pets. Okay, good work, everybody. Just that chemist throw one attack at me, and then the army comes charging toward him, and he just runs off screen as fast as he can. No, wait, I'm sorry, it was a mistake. I didn't throw that, I dropped it. Just, you know, I tripped. I tripped and dropped it very sideways. Who hasn't had that happen once or twice, right? Alright, I think we're probably not going to get too much more value out of here. Floor doesn't seem very large. Alright, so what did we get? Where is my... Oh, I have it in offhands mode. View all. Vanishing. 25% chance to warp when hit. Is that good? I don't even know. It might be good. It'll certainly be good against, it'll be good against melee enemies. It might be good against ranged enemies, because sometimes it could warp us out of their range or around a corner or something. But also, it might warp us into precarious positions. I don't know. We'll have to see. Spirit Walk will probably be helpful for fixing it, if it does do that other thing. Alright, let's do it again. We can put another trait on this. And we are getting +2 dodge every time we do this. Alright, so we should throw on that other normal runic garb. Oh, I forgot to use my dream potions before exiting the last dream. There's a summoner barrier champion over here, and just a barrier champion over here. lots of stuff that's high enough level to give us real rewards, at least. Also, this guy. Sorry, did I just pick up 4 Knight's Shovels? Wait, don't I already have... Yeah, I just picked up 4 Knight's Shovels. Why were there 4 Knight's Shovels in there? Like, actual damage. I'm gonna eat like a leg of turkey. We're actually missing quite a bit of health. The fact that almost every floor that we've generated has been a walk through all the hazards floor, or at least that every item dream we've generated has had a couple of these in it, is kind of annoying. Expensive just to walk around in these. There's probably not enough enemies here that are valuable enough to warrant us staying on this floor. Let's just get through this quickly. Okay, oh, Dream Mint Super Brew. That's alright. Alright, I thought the champion situation might warrant another summon or two, but actually, my pets killed the thing before I finished summoning. I think I saw a gold frog. I did. Oh my god, these things are annoying. So the Floriconda charge we just saw there is not actually just a charge. It's also a knockback. It's like that thing Panthoxes do. Which is probably going to be good sometimes. Definitely see it knocking stuff out of my range and that being annoying, but... Oh, hey, get him. Somebody just hit him once. There we go. Shadow Evocation has a slightly longer range than my normal attack. I swear, at some point there will be spell shaping. Somebody wanna, like, get him? Okay. Yeah, I think that charge is mostly going to be pretty great for us. With the Floriconda knocking enemies that are on us, away from us. And... Alright, so we're actually earning some points in this dungeon. Where are we at on job points? We're not that far off of applying another Lucid Orb. Oh, hey. A level 10 illusionist then, like a real enemy. Okay, so we definitely want to put out Creeping Death. Oh, we want to go Parting Gifts. We drop Bed of Thorns. Alright, lots and lots of sources of damage now. Alright, looks like this is the real guy. I don't notice the heart until after I click on him, pretty much always. Like that. Man, I wonder, like... After all the gold frogs we found, I wonder how much gold I've actually lost. Because obviously we paid quite a bit to go into a couple of these dreams. Wow. A very aggressive Floriconda. Yeah, see, stuff like that, if he's going to charge melee enemies away from me, I am extremely down with that. We are also picking up a crazy amount of gear to sell to Ruby. Think I drop anything cool? A nightmare prince lurks on a nearby floor. Defeat it and you will be rewarded. However, the item you entered will be returned with no upgrades and the Memory King will disappear. Or you may fight the Memory King and the Nightmare Prince will vanish. Well, we've never fought a Nightmare Prince, so let's do that one. Here's our Memory King, though. Also, 1,000,000 summoned hostile bog frogs. I don't know that we're going to be able to not fight the Memory King. Like, I'm just going to move away from him. But if he pursues us, I don't know what I could do about that, really. It said that a Nightmare King lurks on a nearby floor. He might not be on this floor. So maybe that we're looking for stairs rather than the Nightmare King. There might be like an extra floor. Hey, buddy, why don't you maybe get over here and help me fight this thing that's killing me? Alright, you're just some guy. I'll fight some guy. I have no problem with that. A lot of illusionists and summoners, I feel like. Alright, we should probably eat something that gives a fair amount of health. I mean, I can save this for a situation where we're potentially actually in danger in here, which if we fight a Nightmare King, who knows, we could end up actually in danger. The name Nightmare King speaks to him being scary, but, you know, yeah, Nightmare Prince, sorry. Let's do this. Let's head up to the Nightmare Prince's lair. It's weird that we can cook real food inside the dream and it comes out with us. The cosmology and physics of these places. Very odd to me. Alright, a champion named Nightmare Prince Fireburst Harrier Frostspike is located at 2315. Again, I don't actually know what that means because I don't know where the origin is. Alright, so we're seeing enemies of about our level. This place reminds me a lot of the Unknown Dream. It's probably the same tile set. I don't remember specifically, but it certainly gives me a similar feeling. Guardian Seeker exclaims, "Can you teach me to be strong?" as we kill him with a big rock. Right in the heartstrings, you got me. I'm just gonna let Rockbot handle this. Okay, until that passageway is no longer filled with poison gas. It's very strange in here. You see the Rockbot comes through, and the Ember Spirit steps back. He's like, oh, wait a minute. I don't have any beef with you, guy. Boy, these are creepy. So these are moving infernos. I guess we've never seen an enemy with Fire Burst before, have we? This is something I'm not super familiar with. I assume that our pet's not in tremendous danger on account of him being a rock. Oh, there's a crystal that is sealing my abilities. That is not okay. Let's get rid of that. Get him, Spitter, and also, you know, other guys. Oh, we could call an elemental spirit up out of the mud. I do like mud spirit. Get him, guys. What are you doing? Where are you going? Well, I mean, that worked. Orb of Reverie. Lucky impenetrable robes of illusion and familiars. A red orb shard. Here's my vanishing heavy runic garb, just as we brought it in. What a weird place this was. Hey, can we use shovels on any of this stuff? A piece of an orb of reverie. So you have to build up a bunch of... Oh, a terror egg. I'm not going to sleep anywhere near this thing. What a creepy place. I'm going to attempt to night shovel. Nope, can't night shovel any of this stuff. Yeah, I guess they're just for digging through walls. Alright, well. Let us resort our items. What kind of dream stuff? Obviously, we're using this. Go back to full health. Alright, none of the rest of it does anything. I suppose when time passes, we should go up here into town proper and see what new stuff is available to us. Like butler's bells and lots of fish. Almost didn't buy the chicken dinners. Actually, we're not down very much money, are we? Nothing cool to buy from her. So hold on. There was an item. This is not bad. I'd have to put this on my offhand. Luckily, I saved a slot on my offhand. What about that prismatic? Oh, this is also an offhand item. Okay. Well, let's take this. We could do this too, right? We could strip a property off of our thing, like the plus 5% magic item chance. We could strip that off and replace it with this stuff. We're actually at 531 job points, so we can do another lucid orb. We also picked up lucky impenetrable robes of illusion and familiars. That's pretty cool, I guess. Like, if I wanted to put prismatic on this. Oh, yeah, lucid orbs are gold. Right, skill orbs are the only ones that are job points. Okay, well, let's do that. Right? So let's make sure we put on the new version of our thing. Sorry, the same version of our thing, because we didn't actually upgrade it. But we want to fight... I guess we want to try to find as many Nightmare Princes as possible so that we can get enough red orb shards to make a red orb so that we can see what it is. Because I've definitely never seen one before. Yeah, we've seen blue, like the skill orbs are kind of an orange. And also they're not nearly as ominous. It looks like there's not really a reason to stick around on this floor. We can just... Okay, this floor has enemies that'll actually give us some rewards. Yeah, we got through this one quickly. Like, really quickly. We just found a Dirk of Night on the ground. I thought that was a character from Boogie Nights. That's it. That's all I got as far as jokes go. Listen, we all have our on days. I assume. I've never had one. But I'm told that we all have our on days. I'm very excited to see what one of those might look like. You know, it probably is not worth hanging around here. We got what we came for. So time has passed once again, which means I guess we probably ought to go over here and just check for new stuff. I do not believe we are job changing again. So yeah, we probably don't need to spend money on that. We never have enough of these, though. That's weird. Why didn't it tell me that there was a new harvest when I came back from the item dream? So hold on, let me look at this thing. We now have plus 15 spirit power, temporary resist after taking elemental damage, Floriconda thing. So I want to take the 5% magic item chance off and replace it with the emergency orb, I think. It'll cost 2 orbs to do this. Do I have 2 orbs? It's not showing a number after the orb there, which makes me think that maybe I don't. No, I have 11. I'm fine. You pick up a lot of these things. They're very common. I'd like to remove a modifier. Yeah, this could go. Oh, it doesn't actually make room for... Like, I can't go back in, though. You can only go in 3 times. I thought it would make room for us to put another modifier on. Or at least, you know what? It won't, the spirit power won't go up anymore, but it looks like maybe I can still do this? Yeah, okay. It looks like this will work. I guess we could be using Tico's Thunder. At this point, though, the Shard Caller has a higher... just straight higher damage, in addition to all the other cool stuff it does. Oh hey, that one had stuff too. A bag of rocks and a crappy vest? You know what I don't understand? If he had a vest the whole time, why wasn't he wearing it? Think of how cool he would look. He'd almost be a cool frog. I do still kind of want to capture a cool frog. I think probably we ought to clear out a spot in the corral. Maybe I should have done that before coming in here. Well, like, right, we have a bunch of stuff in the corral that's not actually useful. And if we ever encounter a cool frog again, it's like the rarest of the rare. It might have cool stats. It might be an awesome thing to breed with. We should definitely, at the very least, try to capture one, which means opening up a slot in the corral next time we go back. We can probably just finish this item dream, though. We still have a couple more we want to do, I think. Oh yeah, like at the very least we need to put more traits onto our armor. Where's my Floriconda doing? Whatever. He's fighting something. It's not the thing I would prefer he be fighting, but as long as he's fighting something, I'm okay with it. Oh, I charmed him. If you charm a gold frog, it should just give you all of its gold. You know, all of the gold that its body is made out of. Listen, how charmed by me can it really be if it would rather live than make me rich? This is the question that capitalism asks of all of us. Man, we are really actually going to need to, replace our fountain charges. Glorbs it globs. The greatest slime of all time. It glorbs, it globs. This kind of sounds like something that Ron Popeil would try to sell you. And, since Ron Popeil has never stood for anything other than the highest quality products, I think we can conclude that this is the greatest slime of all time. Alright, let's eat a little something. We actually have a huge amount of food because we really haven't been eating at all this whole time. I'm going to see if we can go around and hit that from the other side. Although maybe going around to hit that from the other side will be such a pain. This guy is physical resistant. You know, that's probably a pretty good reason for us to upgrade our other staff as well. It's the fact that we're going to run into physical resistance stuff. Although, maybe not, because we're going to have a lot of spells. We already have a lot of spells. Let me move in here and drop the creeping death as close to it as I can. Yeah, we don't really need a non-physical weapon. We have enough options, I think. Alright, so I think our dungeon digest... Actually, it can't be back on, right? Because we're not seeing HP values. I thought I had paired it. We're inside of it right now, aren't we? SB. Use your brain, man. Listen, it's a complicated game. There's a lot of stuff happening here. Okay, that helps. A bunch of flask charges and a super brew. Alright, here's the way up. We should finish exploring probably, like... This floor has actually had some pretty good rewards. Okay. Never mind, I guess we are finished. Well, it was nice of him to come right over to us. He's already almost dead. And there are so many enemies on screen right now that it's actually like several seconds after I act in any way before I can act again. Let's turn on Aura mode. Evoke our Shadow Aura. There's kind of a lot of stuff happening right now. It would be cool if I didn't get murdered. I'm going to turn Aura mode back off. Okay, what is here that is still not friendly? Our Flora Combat just gave his life in our defense. Okay, well, it was nice of the entire floor to come right to us. That kind of thing, by the way, is what I got concerned about with heavy armor. Like, I was seeing that happen a lot. We also want to repair this because it's a new item. It's a new item now, so I'm sure it didn't maintain the pairing. All right, cool. Now let's leave. Alright, I think our dungeon digest is, like, extremely good now. Alright, I think that was all of the specific... we still want to put this on. But maybe I don't want to put it on the weapon. Maybe I just want to use Orbs of Reverie on the weapon to try to generate good weapon properties. This could go on some other piece of equipment. Do I have the job points to make that? Yes, I totally do. In fact, this has been really good for our job points. So what's another piece of equipment? We're probably keeping this ribbon forever, so... let's just throw this on here. Somewhere there's a primordial grotto flyer. It's right there. Oh, hey, this is actually really good. 11-7. Okay, so down here, the origin bottom left. Cool. I mean, that was the most likely option, but it's good to be certain. Alright, the enemies here are all going to be worthless. Let's just find the stairs. Man, how much campfire meat do I need? I should probably do another energy restore, or maybe, Oh, I also forgot to clear out a space in the corral. But I should probably get one of the other campfire foods, because the odds, at this point, the odds that I'm actually going to use all this campfire meat are pretty low. I mean, I guess New Game Plus is probably pretty long. Alright, well, I think this has been very useful to us. We didn't really need all of this extra strength to get through the parts of the main game that we're currently working on, but it'll be nice to have this all done while it was still relatively easy, so that we can have all of the power for, like, the beginning of New Game Plus. And definitely want to do this before you enter New Game Plus. Alright, that's not the right way to go. Oh, apparently... one of my pets must have killed the Memory King already? I don't remember fighting that enemy, but okay. Alright, you gotta remember to look at our dream stuff. I know I have not been doing it. We probably have missed out on some free health or something at some point. Yeah, it's just a deflecting filter. There's no sense picking that up. Alright, good harvest. You know, the apples aren't very good, but at least we can make fruit bowls out of them. You know, probably this is enough missing health to be worth using the cheap heal. There's a pretty good chance that I will never remember to use it, so... okay. It's weird that the plus isn't showing in the name here. But we got our weird soul shade upgrade. So now I think probably we should wrap up by just leveling up our shard collar the rest of the way. And then we might be done with the item dream for now. We could convert it to a water weapon and try to do a lake gem thing. Replace our other accessory with the lake's gem. Man, maybe that's a good idea, actually. And that does confer extra damage. Hold on, let's go look at that. Because we haven't put any upgrades into our other accessory. So right now what we're using is 20 discipline plus 2 core stats and a chance to charm, which is actually pretty valuable in high-stress situations. Yeah, whatever, I'll buy these. Definitely always buying those. Plus 25% water damage, plus 25% damage to defense while standing in water. Gain CT while moving in water. Yeah, the fact that it doesn't have any spirit on it, I'm not sure that it actually is a big upgrade. Because the spirit one, obviously, is buffing the damage of all of our spells, and is causing the staff to do more damage. I'm sure that the spirit buff from 20 spirit is considerably less than 25%, but it's also buffing all of our other spells, so... that said, is this still worth doing? Probably not. I don't... We don't run into that many things that are physical immune or physical resistant, and when things are physical resistant, we have lots of options for them already. It's probably a good idea to keep our thing physical resistant and just try to generate some good properties. Oh wow, we actually don't have enough money to guarantee magic on this thing. 87% is pretty good odds, though. Nah, maybe we just hold off. If we can't guarantee it. So how are we doing on job points? We have 571 right now. We could go and get the first level of weapon mastery for our staff, right? What does that do? Is that Force Blast? Yeah. Dealing more damage if you have lower energy. Unfortunately, it doesn't say what type of damage it is. It's probably physical, I guess. Where are we at on rumors? I haven't been in the dungeon in a long enough time that I do not remember what we were doing. Okay, there's 200 job points waiting for us in Elemental Layer 3. There's a monster that hoards fruit bowls. Do I have any fruit bowls? Do I need to make one before we go in? Nah, I have some. We should probably use these butler's bells before I forget, though. Okay. That was alright. A lot of spicy tacos. Which maybe I will remember to actually use. Okay, so this goes back to the branching vista. I think we want to spend some time generating job points and gold before we go back in and finish up our auras. Or finish up our weapons. You know what? I'll just spend my job points on this. That's a good passive. We don't spend a lot of time at 50% stamina or lower, but we do have some stamina abilities. Yeah, Thorn Explosion is stamina, which is nice. We're gonna need some good stamina damage spells. And then the various spell shapes and spell shifts, or the spell shapes, add stamina cost to your spells. Spell shape square might be the next way to go, or actually fire evocation might be the next way to go. So I guess, actually, this wasn't the right place. We should head back to, we've got to know someplace we can get to through the cave that's close to the elemental lair. Fungal Caves 9. Oh, also, I haven't looked at the casino. We don't really have a lot of extra resources. We have stuff we want to do with our money. Ramiral's Breath Stealer. So this is part of a set. It doesn't say... There's no, like... Oh, Smoke Cloud. Smoke Cloud causes all enemies to lose aggro on you. Which class has Smoke Cloud? Is Smoke Cloud... It's probably Bandit, right? Damage based on Guile and Strength. It's got a good base weapon power. Chance to seal monsters on hit. 100% chance to seal monsters who haven't noticed you on hit. You cannot be sealed. 20 Swiftness and Guile. That's a really good item. Plus, wow, that's a lot of stamina. Plus 20 CT per attack is awesome. Like, what a good edge stain weapon this is. The effectiveness of Two-Hand Specialist is doubled if you get... Oh, this is part of the same set as that hat. If I got this, we could actually have 2 pieces of a set. Can you imagine? Also, I've never seen a curved blade before. Wow, that has a pretty good base power, and then it also has plus 70 power from traits. Man, there's a lot of cool stuff in this game that we have not gotten to fiddle with at all. I would really like to get this. We just don't have the money to play the casino games. Our money is already earmarked for stuff. I don't know that it's a good idea to decide we want to spend a bunch of it on stuff that might be useful for a future character, maybe. Alright, where the heck are the stairs to the elemental lair? They must be these ones over here. Oh, apparently I left a buckler on the ground earlier. I really do not feel like we've gotten almost any value out of light armor mastery. Light armor mastery would be a little bit more attractive if you were like a brigand or something. Like if you were a class that has a lot of movement abilities. Please leave me alone. This guy is actually doing kind of a lot of damage pretty quickly. I mean, it says my weapon element is ineffective, but it does seem to be working, doesn't it? Okay, that was an alright. Remember, you got another one? Kill 2 treasure hunters with shadow. I can do that. So yeah, let's pick up fire evocation. We gotta find a slot for it, but it'll be good to have another good direct damage spell. Thorn Explosion is great, but it has some restrictions. So, what do we want to move to the second? You know, I don't Vine Swing that much. Move you down here. Fire Evocation and Vine Swing can go on this one. I might hold Baleful Echoes. Right, like for our next spell shape, pull this. We're never reverberating monsters, but that probably shouldn't be the case. I should do it sometimes. We might pull that for another spell shape, but we're actually like, we're very, very close to out of space for new abilities. Alright, well... Oh, you know what? You know what would generate us a bunch of money and would allow us to continue going back into stuff? We should go visit Ruby. 'Cause boy, oh boy, do we have a lot of stuff for her. Who says boy oh boy? What is that? What? Where did that come from? How old am I? It's like Happy Days in here. Okay, there we go. 7,400 gold. Also, we may have made a cool thing. Let's see if we made a cool thing. That's a pretty cool thing. Demon Scissors. I mean, it's just a claw, but... So we could try to, Are there, like, 3 items of challenges? I'm thinking we could, like, try to build a challenges orb, maybe? If we could find a couple things. An orb of bone crabs wouldn't be bad either. So we have a couple of bone crabs. So bone crabs is, when you're hit, there's a chance to summon a bone crab, which, you know... sometimes can be distracting. That's basically what we're hoping for from that. Is that it will sometimes be distracting. I think I only see one of challenges. No, here's another one. Okay, do we have an item of challenges in our inventory? We do have, we should still have a lot of blues and yellows. Ooh, it's not looking good. I guess we're only about halfway down this list. I've picked up a lot of stuff. We need to sell this. All of this. And get rid of it. I guess that's a good way to do this, huh? Let's sell items. We'll look at them this way. Alright, I don't care about that. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. You definitely don't need a bowl club. Kind of gone all in on our equipment, so we really don't need to look at these too carefully. We pretty much are just looking for whether they say of challenges on them. Yeah, a lot of confident items. Like a lot of confident items. Oh, I do still need to bank this crystal ring. I think I don't care about this. A yellow quality flowering spice bark. That's probably better than... I bet we have less than yellow quality spice barks in our grove. We should take care of that. Let's get rid of you and you and you. This is a cool item. Oh, we'll hold on to this. We might want to do this instead of our circlet of persuasion. That's possible. Minus 10% damage from elements is okay. I don't think I would go to all the trouble for it. Of cleverness, we don't need hungry items. We'll probably just, even if we don't have another thing of challenges, we'll buy the 2 that she has. We don't need you, we don't need you. Guess I'll hold on to these. There's no reason not to. Man, for as hard as we had to work to get this thing, for it to sell for 64 gold feels a little bad. Quite a few pebble pouches. We should definitely bank this red orb shard before I forget. We'll go back to town and do that in a minute. We already have our emergency thing applied. Okay, we do have an item of challenges. Cool. Honestly, this is probably worth banking. Okay. So give me your 2 items of challenges. Unfortunately, it's going to be a real pain to find them now. The other one was just a blue of challenges, right? I should have bought it first or, like, made note. Here it is, leather armor. Okay, so now we have 3 items of challenges. Let's go back to base. I really wish that once this was open, or once you cleared this place out, it had that thing where if you click the button, it immediately asks you what you want to do. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, because I will forget if I wait until next episode, is to check our trees. So we have a blue fruit leaf. I do like the fruit. A yellow grain shade. A blue grain shade. A yellow dazzle leaf. And a yellow spice bark. You know, I honestly... What was the yellow... What type of seed was that? It's a flowering spice bark seed. I think we can drop this for the spice bark. Okay. We don't need fruit that badly, and like the grain shades are really helpful now that we have a lot of we have recipes that involve grain and milk. Good recipes. I think this is, yeah. This was an okay way to do this. Now, let's go and extract the properties from these orbs of these items of challenges. I want to extract the modifier. Yielding 1 lucid orb shard, completing 3 shards will get it. Yeah. I think of challenges is a very, very good trait. This is the first time I've done this. Okay, so how do I put them together? If I have a stack of 3, do I just click on it, or... Oh no, okay, if you have 3 in your inventory, it makes it happen automatically. Cool. We definitely want to put challenges on one of our items. I think attacks from champions can be very, very dangerous. We definitely also want to store some things now before I forget. Crystal ring needs to go in. Still undecided on that thing. That's probably worth banking. That's worth banking. Alright, that's nice and cheap to deposit, thankfully. Okay. So we're back down to under 10k. You know, it's been a productive episode, although we haven't really made a lot of what you might describe as progress. That's going to have to be it for us for today. We spent a lot of time preparing today. Come back next time to see what we've been preparing for, although probably at this point in the series you have a pretty good idea already. And we'll see you then.